Good morning and welcome to day 18. Can you believe it? Of the DCT Digital Detox. We are now two-thirds of the way through. Now, today, what we're going to do is we're going to recap the audit. So, the last 9 days, we have really been thinking constructively, intelligently, pragmatically about the ways that we can reduce the time and the commitment that we give to our devices, right? Because saying screen time can feel abstract. It's just the time we spend on whatever device takes your time. We all have different entry points. Now, all the way through, I've been asking for comments, and I want to say that opening up a space, and some of you have been great in commenting. So thank you so much for that. But we've also opened up another space, a Facebook space, which might be more accessible for a lot of people. And that's going to be where we do a lot of our talking, a lot of our sharing, a lot of our, dropping our tips and things that are working for us. And I will put the link for that underneath this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through some comments, but essentially, the next 9 days are going to be or are a mystery to me as much as they are to you. And I want to explain how this works. And any of you that have gone through a DCT 28 with me before, you know that we package the program up once it has come through the quantum field. This is just how, it works essentially. And as hair-raising as that is, all it is that I open myself up and I'm directed. I'm directed by a higher intelligence. We call it the empowered, the circle of nine. It doesn't matter. It's just a different wavelength. And so the next 9 days, which will close out the 28-day detox program, are going to be really focused on real world, so pragmatic. This is what's coming in right now. There's going to be pragmatic stuff for sure, but there's going to be a much greater emphasis on the covenant that we will create between ourselves as a sovereign, sacred being made in the image of God, okay, and the technology. Because whatever, parentheses or quote marks, the technology is, that is going to be the other party. And we're going to develop a covenant between ourselves and the technology. And that's about all I know right now. So it's going to be interesting. So let's get into some comments. Let's see what other folks are saying. I'm not going to name names because I don't think that's okay. So I'm just going to read the comments out. I've noticed that I look at what is in my feed and don't have to see every post or listen to every video. I'm becoming more selective with what I look at. It has also become easier to put the phone down and leave it behind. Yeah, that was my epiphany too. And that actually surprised me. So this is another piece of feedback. My observation is showing me that my device time usage is varied, and just observing has me using social media less often during the day. That sound notification triggers my loss of time, raises my anxiety, who wants what, and anticipation. Very true. And then from our Facebook group, definitely choosing what I do on my digital devices, spending less time scrolling social media. I found time for myself to do things that make me happy, i.e., crafting, being creative. Powering my device completely off at night is giving me extra more morning minutes to sit in stillness. When I hear a notification on my phone, I shrug and I wait at least 5 minutes before I look. That's a really good tip. During those minutes, I listen to my intuition as an A/B test to determine what's the notification. The results are astounding. So having that precog ability of knowing what that notification is about is really taking power over that technology. That's really very, very cool. Okay, another one. I feel more focus. I feel more in control mode to my life than ever before. It's very helpful to let me be more focused on my day and my feelings. I am less passionate about social media, not interested anymore to look for new temporary happiness or feelings, and increase my deep awareness and understanding of my inner self and feelings. And I really appreciate you as well, your comment. I'm saying that to the person who wrote that down. Here's another one. To see my friends' content on this platform. There is oh, this is this is a note to me. I am not the most tech savvy. Thank you. That is a note to me. All right. So all my phone notifications are silent short of the alarms that I set. Okay, there you go. Being purposeful, right? Actually taking your power back over your permissions. Calendar events, calls, and SMS. I regularly misplace my phone for an entire day if I'm at home or if I went anywhere for errands. I forget it in my bag until it's time for bed before a work day. So that's really good stuff. And I know there are some more here. Let's just go back. I don't want to miss anybody's comments because these have really helped, actually helped me. Kind of, we're all helping each other, right? Success screen time on my phone keeps telling me that it is down from last week. You know, that's the other thing as well. You get that notification once a month. I know I do, or once a week. And to see that go down, that is such a powerful feeling. And that is a really, really tangible way to um, track your way through a year because, you know, this is going to end after 28 days, but we're going to continue a lot of these practices. And in fact, what I wanted to say at the very beginning of this day with you is that I put together, it's very basic, but I put together an audit program, if you will, like a short audit program. And I'm going to make that available to anybody that wants it. I'm going to put the link in and you can download it. And I've made it a Word document so you can select all, copy and paste, or you can just write it into your journal. They're just really it's a good structure for you to go through your SWOT. All right, because that's we're still in audit, analysis, and SWOT. And I don't want to lose the amplification that we have gained from that. We're not just putting that down and moving on to the next phase. I want all of that stuff to be carried through. So I'm going to recommend that, you know, don't put your journal down. Don't put any of your props down. Don't put your analog stuff down. Have it all around you as we go through the last 9 days. Uh, so I'm posting this to declare what I'm going to do with my extra time off from tech. Yeah, so what are you guys doing with the time that you have bought back from your tech usage? Every day I will go for 1 hour and go play with my horses, not work, just play and enjoy. That's a really nice way to celebrate your liberation. In other words, you know, we have this Protestant, some of us have this Protestant work ethic where we have to go, be productive, right? And I think the backlash to that is doom scrolling. It's like, no more, you know, no more edification, no more learning. So to actually put your stuff down and to go out and do something fun, like when you were a little kid and you'd go out and you jump in the puddles after a rainstorm, just go have fun. No agenda, no objective. Go and have some fun. So thank you for that. Um, Here's another one. Willpower for me comes from making choices that align with who I am. I'm learning to listen to my body, calm my emotions, observe what is causing discomfort. I think that opens up. And review my options. Willpower comes in when I start the process, notice the time lost, etc., not when I choose to change my behavior. When once I start the process, the rest flows. There you go. In a nutshell, if you want the formula for success, that's it. All right. That's all willpower. It's letting go. It's making a good choice and then letting the rest flow. It shouldn't be a lot of constant work. Once you're in your flow, it shouldn't be a lot of work. Um, so I have shifted my desire to sit on Telegram, which is an app, and read every single post. Now I scroll through, look at what is interesting, and remember, I have something more fun to do. Take yourself out on a date. When you buy back time. We've talked about taking a moonlit walk at night with your partner. How romantic is that? Just to say, hey, we've had dinner, we've cleaned up. Usually we're both set on our gadgets. Sweetheart, why don't we go for a walk under the stars? Let's wrap up and if it's cold, and just go for a walk in under the moonlight. They're just take risks. There are things you can do with that time. It's not necessarily, oh, I'm not on my screen, so therefore I need to be knitting. I think sometimes that leads to sabotage. Um, and actually, this is on the fly. I do want to address sabotage. Sabotage is going to keep coming back to kick your butt. It's not going to give up because your brain wants to go back to the way things were, and it's going to take you at least 90 days, 90, to rewire your neural circuit, your neural network. So it becomes the new you, right? So you're having to grow those, and it's not easy. It can be really tiring. So if you feel tired, for example, take a nap. You don't have to be active in the time that you're not doing your gadgets and stuff like that. So, these are all things, this is why we crowd share. This is why we share what it is we are doing, because some of these thoughts, I never had them, and so I'm now getting ideas myself about what to do. So yeah, the meditation, some of you have commented on the meditations. Some of you have said that you're struggling with stillness. I get it. We're hardwired to be ADHD. We're hardwired for that in this society, in this present society, but I think probably always. And you can't expect things to magically settle in overnight. It's going to take time. You got to give this time and you got to keep working it. There's a saying in AA, keep working, keep coming back because it's work because you're worth it. Keep working the program or something along those lines. So basically just keep coming back and working until it becomes second nature. This becomes just who you are and you become someone extraordinary. I mean, that's the thing. You become somebody extraordinary. Here's another great comment. And I really sincerely thank you for all of this feedback. And this is why I ask you if you can put some of these comments also on YouTube so other people that don't know about our group can hear your wisdom. I have learned to observe and allow, to stop making judgments of myself or behavior. Observe and allow, it is it's become one of my master tools, observe and allow. And it's never switched off now. Now that I've connected it, right, up here and connected here to here, it's never off. And I don't mean that it's like running a tab on me. I just mean I'm just present. I'm present to myself. I'm present to everybody else. I'm not perfect. I still, check out sometimes. Let's be honest, we all do. But I'm way more present and I'm just grounded. And it doesn't mean everything's tickety boo, But I tell you sincerely from my heart to yours, if all you ever did was DCT, with or without me, your life will sort itself out. It will sort itself out. And this is why yesterday I kind of pushed you guys and leaned in a little bit on, you know, you developing DCT for yourself. Essentially, you developing DCT for yourself. Obviously, the steps are very important. I wouldn't mess with that aspect of it. But how you see those steps configuring for your biotechnology is is the key to the kingdom to your coherence because we are all wired slightly differently. But the 5 steps, again, recommending don't mess with the order, like really just let that flow. And eventually what happens is you become that fourth dimensional sphere. So all of the steps become one, right? So as soon as you step into grounding, you're going to find all of the other steps kind of roll in, and you'll get to the point where just announcing that you're doing DCT, you will start to run all of those. They spin. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's a technology. So I think that is probably it for comments as such. Out of sight, out of mind made me think our devices are tools and not relationships. Out of sight, out of mind made me think our devices are tools and not relationships. I'm noticing my focus getting clearer as I notice what I am doing online. And my quiet time is the hour before I go to bed. I have a ritual of honoring myself and meditating. Adding to this a morning meditation to my day has opened my mind and starts my day. Really lovely stuff. Good stuff. So keep doing it. All right. Now DCT again, we're going to go back into a much longer version of DCT starting tomorrow because we're going into the last 9 days, and those are very um that's sacred territory. That's really, holy sacred territory. So I might actually lean in more with DCT with you so that we can really develop those inner muscles of mindfulness. But for now, we're going to do an expedited, just make sure this is still rolling. Oh, I didn't realize how foggy I was. Sorry about that. You can tell I don't look at the camera. Um, okay. DCT is you coming home. Now, you're always home, but because of the nature of our reality, it is so easy for us to separate and fragment and become incoherent. The world is full of incoherence, and so therefore we are called to be agents and resonators of coherence. The nine call us the lightning rods. Like a rod, we are grounded to the earth, but we're open for business for the cosmos, right? And we anchor in those energies for our sentient planet. She's not abstract. She's sentient. She's the great mother, Gaia, and we honor her. And that's why we go to Gaia first with step number 1. So allow the silence and stillness to just naturally emerge. And just bring your attention to your feet, placing them on the floor, connecting them very firmly to the ground beneath your feet. And then bringing your awareness to the ground beneath your feet. Now, regardless of how you're doing this, the ground beneath your feet is multidimensional. So you are configured to plug into, to root down into the third, second, first dimension and lock in to the Earth's core. So I want you to do that right now. I want you to drop down your anchor or your roots, your ladder. You can fall through these layers. Very good. See how easily and quickly you can reach the space because it's never gone anywhere. You're always connected. So as you connect to the Earth's core, which is black, which is familiar, it's the primordial womb waters. And it is here that we are connected to every living thing on Earth. Now bring that resonance up. Lift that vibration up. See it as a rising tide. I'm going to count 10 to 0. When we get to 0, that vibrational resonance will have reached the top of your head. And you will be in a state of very deep relaxation and calm. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Very good. Step number 1 is complete. Step number 2, we are going to activate the light body using pranayana breath work. So we breathe 5 deep breaths through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And I want you to imagine that the light that's coming in and activating your illumination is coming from the cosmic center and is the breath of God itself that animates us moment by moment by moment by moment. And by breathing this way mindfully, you're just bringing your attention to it. Step number 2 is activated. Step number 3, we're going to prime our electromagnetic field using our fingers and hands, palms, scanning, kinetic connection, integrating the information that we are receiving from the electromagnetic field, bringing that information in through the arms into the center. So these are like antennae, satellite dishes. And as we do this, we can imagine color of our electromagnetic field, either rainbow, aurora borealis. We can see it as white and glittering. We can see it as cobalt blue for protection. And activating it in this way, priming it really, is an extra layer of protection when we step into the fourth step, which is to open up to the Om, which is a very divine experience. And it's really important. We don't rush any of the steps because it's a big deal to open up, to unfold one's energy. It's a big deal. It should not be taken lightly. All right, step number 3 is complete. Step number 4, we're going to activate the Om. I am that. I am that. I am. This is the divine in residence. This is you unlimited. So feel that sun rising, S-U-N, golden rays of light, beaming out all through your primed electromagnetic field. This is also the resurrection of the inner sun, S-O-N. You are a child of God. You don't get hung up on gender at this point. You're a child of God. So resurrect, rise up, unfold, unfold who you truly are. Bring that light out and fill your electromagnetic field with it. Very good. Step is complete. Step number 5. Just notice the difference, by the way. I don't want to miss this experience of how charged your field now feels because of all the things you've just done. So step number 5 is we're going to open up the vortex, which is a portal to the cosmic center. And we do that through the power of 9. And we let the light come in, the light codes come in through the crown chakra, through the enlightened mind, which is discerning. It's a gatekeeper. So remember that. Through the pineal gland, third eye, and it goes straight down into the heart. And this is what this actually means. This is the sacred cross. It's not religious, it's just metaphysics, straight down. And then the heart expands that light with everything else that we've done. And it generates a wave that we see as a ripple on a still lake. It generates a waveform that we call deep coherence. Now we generate this and we expand it out to run through our own electromagnetic field. And it's running in all directions, 360, up, down, sideways, in, out. When it reaches the edge of your electromagnetic field, we let go and we let God. Now that waveform is going to keep running for you, through you and for you. And that's why we always end by saying, notice what you notice. Because the quantum field is always talking to you and listening to your signal. This is why coherence is the most optimized way of interacting with the quantum field. So bless your day. Thank you for continuing in this journey with me. And I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon.